Hey guys, I'm Leona, also known as Mrs. Worldwide, and I'm interviewing Crypto Terry today.
Hi guys.
All right, Crypto Terry, how's your day going?
Busy, but I'm good now. Yeah, it's all chill.
Sorry I'm a little bit late, guys. Something was going on with my internet, but we're good now. All right, so I know that before your name was I Love Peanut Butter, then it was I Love Peanut Butter and Crypto,
Yeah.
and now it's Crypto Terry. How
Yep.
did you go from one to the other?
So, um, back during the pandemic, I was playing around with the channel just to be silly, and it was called I Love Peanut Butter, and I would put peanut butter on any food basically and eat it as a challenge. And it got quite expensive to buy food and cook it or go get it, so I got a little bored with it, so I quit. And
Yeah.
then I started like getting really involved. I had been really involved with crypto before, and then I just want to add the word crypto to what I liked, so I added that channel. And then talking with other people in the crypto business, so I thought maybe I'd just change it to Crypto Terry. So
Yeah.
once I get my remodeling done in my house, I have a place to actually make real videos. Then maybe I could like start a channel and focus on it versus just playing around.
Yeah, I got you. I think that the peanut butter thing was kind of wild.
You watching
But
those videos?
no, I didn't get I watched I clicked on your channel the other day cuz I didn't know that you had an actual channel. I thought that maybe it was a like
Right.
something you did like
Nobody
on
knows.
TikTok or
Yeah,
whatever.
nobody knows. It's okay.
Yeah, no, but I remember you saying it because that's where peanut butter came from. But I thought it was like a TikTok thing. But
No
the other night
TikTok.
I actually clicked on your channel and I think I subscribed, but I didn't get to like actually go through yet. But yeah, peanut butter. I mean, we definitely were bored during the pandemic, so
Yeah.
that's fine. But I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm allergic to peanuts, so
It's just not me just doing silly stuff, just having fun. That's all.
yeah, yeah. It was there was just like so little to do during the pandemic, so I get it. It could be worse. You could have been doing crazier stuff. So
Yeah, I'm too old to be crazy.
yeah. Speaking of, how
Yes.
old are you?
Older than Oldonado by a little bit. I'm
But not
54.
older than
So
Chris Cruzy.
Chris Crucy and Odie are Tim, and then myself, we're all 54. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And Dano's he's only 50, so
Yeah.
he's a young buck.
Well, yeah, sure, why not, right?
Yeah, right. He's cool though. I think he's at a good age for life and for me. Um, so what? Yeah, when you were doing the peanut butter stuff, like what even made you do that? Was that like an idea your kids liked,
Well,
or?
okay, so my daughter, who's now 15, was she had a YouTube channel and she's trying to like do crazy stuff, and she started doing a peanut butter
Okay.
challenge. And
Mm.
she, although was very creative, was very shy in presentation. So she'd bring me on, and it'd be a challenge,
Oh,
and I'd be like the over the top commentator,
right, right.
grossing out or loving it, just to like build her following up.
Hmm.
And then once she started bringing her friends over, we were doing it. Her channel picked up speed, and then she got bored.
Hmm.
I'll just do it. So what? It's yeah,
Typical, typical. That's cool though. So you're like a nice supportive father. I
yep, yep.
like that. How many kids do you have?
Three daughters.
Oh, you're a total girl dad.
The only way I want it. No boys for me.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I did not want girls.
Well, I'm one of five boys, so there you go.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
There's five of us, but there's three girls and two
yeah.
boys. So I just, this is a little bit easier. I didn't want to have to do hair, but both of them ended up having long hair and not wanting to cut it. So I was like, I ended up having to do hair anyway. So
Right.
it was just like, whatever. Okay. You get what you get.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I would be happy either way. I just overly athletic and didn't want to be that athletic father afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So
oh, I got you. That's okay.
yeah.
That's cool. Let's go over to the comments and see who's here. We got uh Curly86 says hi there. Hey
See, look,
Curly.
comment her picture. Every time I see that picture, I know that's a heart around her face, but it
Yeah.
reminds me of Wonder Woman. Look, the little
Yeah. Yeah,
every
yeah,
time
I
I
can see
see it,
that.
every time I see it. Yep.
I think that's cool. It's like like a baby Wonder Woman though.
Well, just like the crown thing, you know.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like if there was color to it, if it was like
Yeah.
red or gold or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, I could totally see that. Lady Bex, go Greek.
Okay. Hi, Greek.
Okay. Yeah,
Go
hi
Greek.
Greek.
Greek
Oh,
yogurt's
maybe
really
Greek.
good.
Oh, maybe Greek was in there and it disappeared.
Long
Yeah,
because
because Compton saying what's up, Greek. Hi Greek. Hi Compton.
I can't tell
And
you.
Biz Entertainment says have a great show with some peanut butter. Yeah, did you bring any peanut butter for the show?
No, I can go get it if you want me to. I get a spoon and a jar. I'm good to go.
Yeah, man. Sharon Sabari says hi. Hi, Sharon. Vulcan Dell, hi all. That guy in San Francisco says number two. Not really. Chris Cruzy Live says what's up, Terry? Jamrock says hey all. There's Chris Cruzy saying hi to everybody as well. And there's the Greek. He made it at the end. Okay. So let's go to some other questions. Are you married?
Yeah, 30 years this year.
Wow, 30 years.
Yeah, 30 years this year.
So, like when?
June 12th.
All right. So it could be during the Vulcan Vegas thing.
Yeah,
So
and
you're gonna
June
bring
20,
her out there?
and then June 25th is her birthday. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
if it
cool.
blows up and she wants to go, then we'll book tickets. We'll go. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Vegas.
cool.
Well,
Uh,
if Rick Springfield's playing anywhere, she'll go. Other than that, it's hard to get her to go to Vegas.
Rick Springfield. I don't know.
That's her dude, Rick Springfield.
Is he out there like that still?
No, he used to be. He used to be like in one of the shows
Yeah.
where he's like always there, but he's not there anymore.
Yeah, he's got to be old now, right?
70 something, yeah.
Yeah.
He's still touring though, but she likes Rick Springfield. So
I find that to be insane. I don't know what I'd be doing at 70, but I guess if I was a performer, I'd probably still make it happen.
yeah, he
But
looks good though. If you look him up and see what he does, he looks. Yeah, and my 15-year-old likes him too. So there you go.
oh yeah, well
Yeah,
that's wild.
he's on
Rick
her
Spring.
playlist, and not because of us, because she didn't want nothing to do with our music. She
All
found
right.
our music on her own. So
Oh wow, yeah. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna show him. He looks. I guess he looks better than I expected.
he's, he's thin, yeah. He used to be on General Hospital too as an actor.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's him. That's
yeah.
what he
He's
looks like now.
yep. That's what he looks now. Yep, 70 something, and whatever doctor he has done a good job, and his
I
hair is
know. You see this?
yeah. That's but it's tasteful. It's not like
It's
Joan
not too
Rivers.
bad. Right.
You
Or
know,
what's that other guy? What's that guy? Oh, the guy. I don't know. He's in a bunch of something. Mickey Rooney. Mickey
oh yeah,
Rooney.
he messes face.
That
Oh
guy.
yeah,
He was jacked up.
yeah.
Dano's here.
And
Hey, Dano. Yeah, that guy was a mess. I couldn't even believe that guy. I would never. I mean, I don't know, unless something happened to me, because I know a guy who was like in a bad accident and his face got like the bones got shattered. But
right.
unless that happened, I don't think I would do facial plastic surgery. That's wild. Because you just look so different. I had
Yep.
surgery on my jaw and they had to like file some of it. And yeah, even I still feel my face looks different. So oh, it's Mickey Rourke. I said the wrong guy.
Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke's a short guy. That's right, a short actor. Mickey
I
Rourke.
don't know how tall anybody is until I
He
see
was
them.
he was in Iron Man. He was in The Wrestler. He was in 9.5 Weeks back when he was sexy and younger. He was in
Hmm.
Harley Davidson, the Marlboro Man. Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything about his career. I just seen some of his movies.
Yeah, I've seen Mickey Rourke in some
Yeah.
stuff, but his face is jacked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Twig. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, so I know you're in Texas
Yep.
now. Are
Yep.
you originally from there?
No, I am not. No.
Where are you from?
I was born in Fort Benning, Georgia. My dad was in the military.
Okay.
So we moved around a little bit, lived overseas for a little bit. My older brothers caught more of the travel because they were older.
Hmm.
Before Texas, I was in South Dakota. My mom's family's from South Dakota. My dad's family is from Louisiana. They met
Oh,
in France,
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
military. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so when I was 12, we came to Texas.
Oh,
I've
so
been
you've been there for a while.
pretty much. Yeah, I left the military, came back, and I bought my mom and dad's house. So pretty much, I'm in the same spot I grew up in, basically.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So your mom's from, or was it your dad
South
from
Dakota.
Louisiana?
My dad, Louisiana. Yeah,
So like, are they from the swamps, like the bayou?
not the bayou, but a real small. They've shot me and used to shoot me alligators. That's yeah.
That's wild. I
Kind of
would forget.
backwoods. I'm not all the way backwood, but partway backwood. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I like the accent. I can't always understand them, but I think it's a cool accent.
The
Yeah,
French Creole, I think they call it. Yeah.
yeah, Creole. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's
My
it's
dad
not
didn't have
just
that.
that.
Yeah. My
It's
dad
like
didn't have that.
this
Yeah.
really strong situation, and you're like, what?
Right.
So your parents were they both in the military?
Well, back when my mom was in France, they women couldn't serve technically,
Mm.
so she was what they call a WAC, Women's Auxiliary Corps. They did like
Oh,
office work and nurses, and
right.
my mom was an office worker, a clerk or secretary to somebody. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool though. She still got to travel
yep,
and then
yep,
didn't have to worry about like all the
yep,
rigors of the military.
yep.
So your parents were in the military.
Mhm.
I think you were too, right?
Four of the five of us were in the military. Yeah,
All right. What branch?
Army, Marines, skip a brother, Army.
Are you an army brother?
I'm an Army. Yeah.
Okay. How long were you in?
That's a odd topic. I went back in 1987 when they were doing military cutbacks,
Hmm.
and so I signed waivers through athletic injuries, so I couldn't become disabled through the military later for my injuries going in, and then found out that I had something else, and so they actually sent me home during basic training in my MIT. So I
Hmm.
became medically unfit to serve. So I went.
Hmm.
I was in 16 weeks, but I
Oh,
went. I tried, and that changed the course of my destiny. And which I, if I would have come back home, I would have met my wife. So there you go. It's all good.
yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. So I thought, because I've heard you talking about different kinds of training you have, I
Yeah.
thought that you got it from the military.
No.
So first question is, are you a ninja?
um, I love Odie, but no,
Okay.
no. Um, I have friends that are third to 10th degree black belts in ninjutsu, which would
Ah,
be ninja style training, right?
right.
And I've trained with those guys, and I've trained other stuff. Yeah.
Well, what's the other stuff that you've trained in?
Um, so I've trained in, oh goodness, what do you call it? I've trained in like, oh, I'm trying to make sure I say it proper for the people listening. Um, Combatives is a good word. Combatives,
Okay.
like when you fight and your life is on the line, you don't need 1,000 moves.
Right.
You need what works quick and into the basics. So there's no belts in that. It's just being visceral
Hmm.
and survival only. Um, I've trained in wrestling from a young age. I was a regional and all district wrestler as a young kid.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then I've done combat submission wrestling, which is like catch wrestling, which is a real form of art that happens nowadays. I've
Hmm.
done Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
Oh,
I've
that's pretty
done
cool.
I've done some other things. And when you ask my favorite superhero between Batman and Superman, I'll tell you more.
Okay.
Remind me, and I'll tell you more because that was part of my training too. But yeah, I've trained a lot of things. I've fortunate. Like a lot of folks know who Bruce Lee was, and
Hmm.
one of his friends slash teachers taught him was Dan Inosanto, who brought in weaponry to Bruce Lee. I've been able to train with the guys he's trained. I've actually had seminars where I was training with him. So I have friends that have 19 or 20 black belts who are in the Hall of Fame. So
That's
I've
cool.
been able to pigeonhole my training, or if you play video games, which I don't, I can hack my training, kind of like those cheat codes.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
as being a blue chip athlete my whole life, I was able to be in circumstances where I wouldn't quote technically qualified to be in, but
Hmm.
because I was able to be with the right people, I could do cheat codes and learn, and that's how I constructed what I taught, which was basically the shirt I'm wearing. I can't see my shirt. There's a logo on my shirt someplace, and
On
it's
the
what
other side.
yeah. It says B3. Yeah, but so I've
That's
taught.
cool.
It's been fun. Yeah,
So you're like a fast learner?
yeah, yeah. I have a very all the guys I train with who have way more superiority in training.
Hmm.
They're amazed that within minutes they have to like go full strength to keep me off them.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So that
Yeah.
means you're like strong.
Well, I understand motion and mobility and fluidity of the body.
Hmm.
I can't dance a lick, but for wrestling
Yeah.
and fighting in close, I understand motion and movement and
Hmm.
deflection and like judo and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's all fun. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a tough guy, but I just know some stuff.
Well, that's good. I know you said that you could teach people some what's the word? Like self-defense and stuff, like
Yep,
some quick moves.
yep,
Like is that
yep.
something that you were studying too?
That's what I taught. Yeah, went to Spain, I
Hmm.
became one of like 10 guys I think in the U.S. that became certified as an urban weapons instructor from a system. Yeah,
Nice.
so
So how long did you do that?
well, I used to own my own hair salon, used to pastor a church, and have a martial arts academy at the same time.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
So how long was the martial arts academy like you were
Ooh,
teaching it? How long was that?
about 10 years probably.
That's a long time.
Yeah, and used
It
to have
was,
guys. I used to have other black belt instructors come in and like try to challenge me and stuff, and
hmm.
I was never worried about it because even when I was a youngster with my training, I had friends that were junior Olympians and stuff,
Hmm.
and we'd wrestle or fight for fun. And point fighting is not fighting. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no, no, of course not. No.
Right.
There's no
So
points in a real fight.
the only point is, are you gonna be carried by 6 or judged by 12?
Oh boy.
Well, you're a mama bear. You know what I'm talking about. Seriously. I mean, that's when you have to defend yourself at that level. You
Yeah.
have to defend yourself. And I'm not a tough guy. I just like I grew up fighting. I had 4 brothers. We were a small
Yeah.
town. We'd wrestle and fight for fun. So
Yeah. I did too.
yeah. So I think the difference, like a lot of times you watch maybe martial arts on YouTube, and Odie will attest to this. You get like a 12-year-old who gets his black belt, and the adult goes to grab the kid's hand, and the kid throws the adult over and flips.
Yeah, it's
That's
ridiculous.
not real life. That's
I
not gonna
know. I
you
hate
know.
that.
So so the way I always taught and trained was there's no belts.
Yeah. I think it's a cutesy thing, but like
There's
a
no belts.
certificate is better at the end.
Yeah.
Just be like, I completed this class or whatever.
Yeah.
But we had my son in martial arts, and it was like it seemed like it was going to be great for like self defense, but then we realized it's just like a scheme for money. Every month
Was
you
it
get
was it
another belt.
was it Taekwondo? Wasn't it?
No, it was karate, MMA, and
Karate. Yeah.
something else. Yeah, I say karate. I was saying karate
I
for
know. Odie.
Odonado. Yeah,
There's so many places we just call it take my dough, take your money. Because like
yeah,
we all knew who Mike Tyson was or is as a fighter, right?
yeah.
Okay, what black belt did he have? None.
Oh,
He had
yeah,
world,
that's what
he
I
had,
try to
he
tell
had
my
world championships. He
yeah,
did the same 6 or 7 punch combinations, the same footwork, the same jump rope, the same speed bag, the same heavy bag, but you can't sell it to parents to have a belt test every month.
yeah, yeah. That to me was dumb. I was like, you have to. It's time for a new belt. It's time for a new test,
I
and
get a
it's time
stripe,
to
right?
pay.
You get a stripe on the belt, 3 stripes on the belt.
That's after you get all the belts that you paid for every doggone month. I was like, what is going on? Why do we always have to go to this crap? Like, I got stuff to do.
Yep, I get it.
Yeah, it was pretty annoying, and it wasn't really the best. Like, my kid was like having fun out there because he liked to fight and stuff like that. But I used to like play fight with my uncles because they're like my uncles. Well, two of them are younger than Dano is, so so
Right,
they were like my big brothers. Like they were like 8 and 9 when I was born. So when I got bigger, I was big enough to like play fight and wrestle with them.
right.
They could never pin me because I was like skinny and squirmy.
Yep.
But they were like, "No, you're cheating." I was like, "I don't. You're
But
way
see,
bigger than me. Of course I have to cheat. It's not even a cheat. I'm just better, you know." But I couldn't pin them either because they were huge. But I was
right.
like
Yeah.
big tomboy.
Yeah. If you take a person who's fought most of their life and you teach them certain things, then they're really skilled. You should
Yeah.
take a person who really can't fight or is not aggressive, teach them 1,000 things, they really can't fight. You know?
Yeah. I think it's definitely a mentality. So I was talking to my friend, and he's into all this training. He's always talking about these scenarios,
Yeah.
whether they're real or not. But a lot of times he'll just like make up a scenario, and I'm like, I don't think so, man. If this girl, she's so trained, and like some guy walks up on her, chances are she's not gonna be able to like overpower him. She might be able to do some things depending on her frame of mind at the time, but most of the time you get attacked or whatever happens, you're not just expecting it. You're just like, doing whatever. People attack you and they sneak.
Yep.
And just because you train doesn't mean, you're going to have the upper hand. Like there's real life situations that are
Right.
like, it's
Almost
not on
starting
the
to
map. Oh, it's okay.
she sat next to me. I was turning the laptop real slow, and I
Yeah.
got that death stare. So we'll come back go this
Yeah.
way. We're doing tough fight.
Sorry, Mrs. Peanut Butter. But yeah, so speaking of your wife, how
Yeah.
did she feel about your peanut butter channel?
She thought it was stupid. She tolerated it. She thought it was stupid. Yeah.
That's good. As long as she tolerated it, though, because she could have been like, flipping out about it and stuff like that.
Well, but I do eat peanut butter on odd stuff as a real person.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean,
So you didn't just make
in
it
my
up.
day-to-day life, like, you know, I'm known to put peanut butter on pizza and eat it. I
Hmm.
just like the contrast. So that goes way back in my childhood, and it goes back into some cooking channels and some other stuff too. But yeah, so,
Speaking of pizza, Daniel Prado is reminding us that it's Pizza Bitcoin or Bitcoin Pizza Day. Happy Bitcoin Pizza Day, everybody. Woohoo.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
getting pizza.
That's the guy about the pizza, right?
Yeah. Oh, he loves pizza either way. So I was like thinking about cooking whatever I was going to make earlier. And I was making a dog's food. And
Yeah.
he was like, by the way, we should have
What
pizza tonight.
we prepped all through this afternoon for tonight's dinner. We're
Mhm.
making banh mi bowls.
What are those?
It's Vietnamese food, and you have to like pick what, Lori? It's usually a sandwich, but
Oh,
we
okay.
got a picture here. I'll show you a picture.
Yeah.
We prepped this for tonight.
Oh, that looks great. I
Yeah, we
like
cooked
that.
together. Yeah.
That's nice. Dano and I do not cook together. We are gonna have like a macaroni and cheese off one day. So we're gonna do a blind taste test. We're gonna make people taste both ones and see which one is better. Clearly, mine's gonna be better, but you
That's
know,
where is it, right? That's how you
yeah.
spell it.
Banh mi rice bowl. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
Look, you can't see any rice in that bowl though, can you?
No, it's probably underneath
It
everything.
is.
That's
It
how
is.
they
It is.
roll. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife and I, when we first started cooking, we thought we had when our oldest kids were younger. We went to a place called Central Market, which is like a fancy store off of HEB. We bought
Hmm.
all this expensive cheese, like $35 worth of cheese.
Yeah.
Made mac and cheese.
That's it.
It's like just get Kraft.
Oh.
It didn't come out well for us, but we always try. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You have
smoke in the grill, but
to,
we cook together in the kitchen. Yeah.
yeah, you got to mix it up though. When you make macaroni and cheese, I think like the basic cheddar is okay, but I think like the best is like some sharp, some mild cheddar, and then you can throw some Gouda in there
Good
or
is good. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Anything else I feel like it's a little crazy. A little Monterey,
What do you
but
think?
don't get wild.
Do you think Colby Jack will be okay in there? You think with the string?
Maybe, but it's pretty
With
mild.
yeah, with the
Yeah.
stringiness, right? Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I
It's
like
like
to like mix it and
yeah.
I put it in like in the pan and I make it into a sauce like
Okay,
first.
okay,
Yeah,
that
with the
sounds good.
actual cheese and the I think I use
Ours
heavy
like ours,
creams.
yeah, ours wasn't creamy. Ours is like gummy and gooky and
Oh
well,
yeah,
you do
because you
it
gotta
more.
you gotta
It's
mix
like
it.
when the snow first lands on your property, it's nice. Once you
Yeah.
drive on it and they plow it and they drive on it, it's disgusting. That
I
was my
hate
mac
that.
and cheese. That was my mac and cheese.
Oh no, no. We've had macaroni and cheese like that before.
Okay,
It's like it's always a thing. Like you gotta ask, like, hey, who made the macaroni and cheese? when you get to like a barbecue or
Right.
something. There's two reasons for that. One, you want to know whether or not it's good. Two, you want to know if it's nasty, if the person next to you is the one who made it.
Exactly right.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a hack for you guys out there, okay?
When we first got married, like first year, we were. I mean, we were poor. I mean, I'm talking poor. And I was off work early. My wife Laurie was working, and I thought it'd be sweet. I make macaroni and cheese. That's all we had in our cabinet with that poor.
Oh,
And
like the
I
powder
like mac and like, yeah, yeah, Kraft like, out of the box,
in
right?
the box? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and this says add salt, right? A teaspoon, right?
Oh no.
I did a tablespoon.
Oh my gosh, I
And
can't
she
even
tried and tried,
imagine.
and I tried and tried, and we
You can't get the salt out once it's
no,
in
you
there.
can't, no. I'm just saying. But we've been cooking since then, but we've gotten really good at it now. You know.
Oh, so the reason why your wife cooks with you is because she knows you're out of control.
No, I'm out of control, but we love to cook together.
Well, just today
That's
you
nice.
said
Wait, what she said? Go ahead.
you said this is the teaspoon, right? I said
Yeah,
that's the tablespoon.
yeah. And then today we're cooking, getting the stuff ready. Like teaspoon, tablespoon. I get mixed up.
See, you still, that's why. So she loves you, but she also wants to eat, and she can't just leave you in there by
You know.
yourself.
And also, I touch all the nasty stuff and cut it.
What?
All the raw meat and stuff that's disgusting that she hates to touch. I do all that.
Well, I have to do it because
This works
Dano's
together,
a little
right?
different than me. Yeah, I'll let him cut the dog's meat though, because the dog eats raw. Yeah, so I don't care how his meat looks if it's
All
cut
that
up.
comes out. It's all good. Yep.
Yeah, the dog doesn't care. I mean, I shouldn't lie. He really is a pretty picky dog. I have created a monster. But if I'm making food, like I like my food to be pretty, even though I can't even eat it. Like
Right. Look pretty. Look
it's just
good.
yeah,
Presentation. Yeah.
yeah. Even before like I put a garnish or whatever it is, it's gotta look like you ordered it from a restaurant.
That's
I've
our
always
biggest.
been like that.
That's our biggest disappointment now that we cook a lot. It's hard to go to a restaurant that can outcook us.
Well, then, you got to
The
find a
service.
place that's just
With the
really good.
service. The service. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yep.
I go for the ambiance
Yep.
and for the service because
And no
half the
pots
stuff
and
I can't eat.
pans and prep pans and sauce pans and all the
Yeah,
cups and all the spoons and forks because I'm guessing with boys, I don't know. I have a
yeah.
daughter and I'm lucky if her fork makes it in the dishwasher, you know?
No, it's a 50-50 unless I harass, but it doesn't matter because I still have to turn it on and all of that. And I don't really like the boys doing the dishes because either they don't get
They
clean
do it
enough,
wrong. They do it wrong.
yeah, or I don't want any dropping. Like, yeah.
That's
So
what
I like to keep my sets
she says.
whole.
That's what she says. That does it wrong.
Yeah, it's true. Like you find
Yeah.
fingerprints or whatever. So I'm like, just put it in the dishwasher. That's it. Keep it safe.
Yeah.
Let's go back over to the comments. Let's see if
Okay, sorry.
somebody. No, it's all right. We're talking, going back and forth. Vulcan Maniac is here. Says, "Let's Vulcan go." Dano's laughing at me because I said I did too. I guess because I used to like fight a lot when I was younger. He knows that though. Fowler's here. What's up, Fowler? Thanks for coming. And then Robert Doucette says, Mrs. Worldwide, always looking good and at the top of your game. Love your vibe and positivity. Well, thanks. Definitely not at the top of my game, but I appreciate it. Jamrock just bought pizza for $3 per slice. That's 0.00011 Bitcoin. Nice. Yeah,
But
we got a whole pie.
did you spend Bitcoin on it? No.
Oh, I left my hair curly for you. You see it? I know you were
Yeah,
asking.
I kind of see it. Yeah, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. It got a little wild, but it's not bad. It just doesn't curl the way I want it to, but in Costa Rica it did.
Yep.
So that was weird. But I know you're like into the hair and stuff. So I was never a stylist or anything, and we'll get into this in a minute because you've been for a while. But I used to straighten people's hair. So I would look at people's roots and then look at the ends to see if they had like a chemical straightener or
Yep.
whatever. So when I think you asked or you said something about Fowler's hair, and I was like, I told Dano a while ago, I was like, he has hair like David, like my younger son. And it was just so funny because and then they had the same sort of haircut, like, I don't know, like a month ago. And I was like, that's crazy. But Fowler's hair today was like more curly. but usually it looks like he like fluffs it up,
Yeah,
like
picks
I
it
don't,
up some, yeah.
yeah, if he picks it or uses his hands, whatever. But my son does that too. Like that's just how they are. But I could see it. And then when you said something, I was like, see, I told you
Yeah.
to Dano. But yeah, let's talk about your salon. How did you get into hair and whatnot? Because that's not, I mean, guys aren't usually into that, but I do know, sometimes they are.
No, I kind of fell into it by accident, basically. I was a pizza manager for pizza places.
More pizza. Okay.
And, well, I mean, I used to like being a driver at one point for Domino's. Became an assistant manager. They would never promote me to be a manager because I kept training all my managers. So I was better as they wanted me to train the guys who ran the place.
Hmm.
And I ended up leaving them at one point, and then I ended up at Papa John's and worked there for a long time. And I was working too many hours and didn't see my wife and kids, so
Mm.
I quit and fired in the same conversation.
Oh.
It depends on who said it first, right? Like I'm out, no, you're out, no, I'm out, no, you're out. Here's your keys, no, give me the keys, kind of conversation. And I had a wife and two kids, and I had bills to pay, so
Yeah.
I went to a friend of mine who was in a competitor's place and started driving for that company, delivering pizzas, throwing papers at night, and cleaning the church during the daytime to pay
Mm.
bills. Wasn't college educated. The assistant manager of this place he was there for a long time, and he wasn't college educated. All his dad, his whole family are super educated. He was sick of the food business, and this place was attached to the corporate um, headquarters of that brand. Every time they came from behind the store into the store, like, all right, Terry, when you want your own store, you killed us as a competitor, join us as a teammate. I was like, oh, either I go back into fast food or I find a new path. And this guy named Kevin went and joined a hair school and was loving it. And I fought it and fought it. And he goes, just do it. I can do it. You can do it, kind of thing. And I went.
Yeah.
Laurie and I went to the hair school. My wife's name is Laurie, and we toured the school. And I joined the same day.
Nice. Did you both go to the school or just you?
We visited, but only I joined.
Right, 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 right. Okay. I
Yeah,
have this
she
friend,
hates it. She won't even touch it. It's disgusting to her.
her own hair.
No, only hers.
Okay.
She
No,
barely
yeah,
brushes
hair
the
can be
kids' hair.
definitely gross.
Yeah, yeah, to her.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. Especially if like hair's in the bathroom or like the bathtub. It's so gross. I totally get that. Like my younger son, he used to be like so grossed out if there was hair in the bathtub. I was like, oh my gosh, just like, calm down. But it
Right.
is what it is. I get it. But I can do other people's hair, but like only after they wash it. Like,
Yeah, right. Like when I just did my daughter's hair, the green hair I showed you behind the stage,
yeah,
right?
that came out so well.
I also cut my wife's hair that day, and I I didn't know I was cutting it, or would have extra cleaned my brushes, extra clean,
Hmm.
because like you can't get all the hair out when it's like, what I do for a living. You can't get all out. But she's like, which one's clean? Is it? There's a hair. I mean, but she really does have a grossness for that though. So I try.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get it. I do. So what kind of things do you do? You do everything in the salon?
I cut in color. I don't wax. If you
Oh
come in,
no, no, no.
in the old days, you come in one big giant eyebrow. I said I give you two giant eyebrows.
Oh my
I don't want
God.
to wax. I don't want to
Yeah.
wax. I can do facials. I can do like all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
I've given my wife a full set of nails before. I mean, I don't do it anymore. I just like
Oh,
anything to do with my business. I can do perms. I can do straighteners. I can do relaxers.
yeah.
Because like depending on who you're talking to, a perm for you may not be a perm for me, but a straightener for me,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's all different.
Yeah. I
Terminology.
I know what they mean. Like they're both. It's like basically the same chemical. It's just no rollers. The
Right.
permanent and then the
Yeah.
relaxer. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
That's
make a
cool.
living cutting and coloring, you know, and it's all good.
That's
Like when
good
you use
to
to
know.
straighten hair, do you use a press or do you use a flat iron? Like
I
I like
just use a
iron
flat. Yeah. I don't. No, no, no. When I was younger, I did use an actual iron on my
in
hair.
the oven, like oh no, on the iron board. But I meant when you
Yeah.
did it, when you pressed hair straight, did you have the hot tools that go in the oven or use a
My
flat
mom
iron?
did. Yeah. When I was
That's
little.
mad respect. I can't do that.
Well, yeah, it was pretty dangerous because I definitely had
Exactly.
some burnt out hair and it stunk. It turned
Weird.
white.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple of ear burns, but she like actually like burned out a
Burn hair
chunk
off.
of hair
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
smelled so bad. It turned white, shriveled up. Yuck.
Yep.
But that's when I started doing my own and
I got this, mom.
yeah, yeah. I did it with an iron, then I did it with a curling iron because my hair just it gets straight easily. But I just use the flat iron now. Like
Right. There's so many
I
good
don't use the
ones.
blow dryer or anything like that. It's
Nice.
too,
You air dry it, then press it straight with the flat iron.
yeah, but it takes forever to dry. It takes
Right.
a long time to
Day and
straighten
a half,
too.
2 days.
Huh?
A day and a half.
Yeah, sometimes even the next day it's still a little wet, so I'll put that dryer attachment thing on just to like get inside there, but like
You ever
it's
try
annoying.
using those things that those divers use? Those body squeegee things they use when they get done diving. They wipe off. They're like that little squeegee for their body. You
No.
can press it on your hair, and it takes more moisture out. Just saying.
That sounds
If,
interesting.
if you're in a rush, but don't rub
No.
it. It'll make it frizzy as all get out.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't rub it. Well,
Yeah.
we have some G Master 5001. That's my friend.
Wildlife.
Bald, like, yeah, he's been bald for a while. Will C says never fear. Okay. So, did you say that you ran a church or started a church?
Yeah, I started church once in my life. Yeah,
What kind of church?
it was just offshoot of a big church, and I just kind of just taught scripture, taught the Bible. Yeah.
But like, what was it? Catholic,
No,
Protestant?
no, it just we were still there. It was off of a Baptist church,
Okay.
but I just, but I wouldn't. I hate the word Baptist nowadays because it's got a bad name, you know.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I just taught scripture,
Mhm.
Judeo-Christian values. How about that?
Yeah, yeah. That's actually very specific. People don't know about that, but yeah,
Okay. For you, that makes sense because you teach in a church. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, how long were you in that? Were you considered a pastor or?
I was the founding pastor of the church. Yeah.
Nice. How long was that you had that church?
My wife's thinking for me. I don't know.
Okay. That's
For,
teamwork. I like
for,
it.
for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. And you had the kids in
7
there
years.
too?
7 years. Pardon me.
Yeah, I said 7 years. You had the kids in there too?
Yeah. Kids. Everything. Yeah.
Nice. That's a lot of work though, I have to say.
I
Did
leave
you
I leave work and then show up at church and preach and then write sermons. It was back during MySpace. How long ago it was?
Yeah,
That's how long ago it
MySpace. What was MySpace? Like 20 years ago?
was.
18-ish years ago?
She's looking it up. She's looking it
Yeah.
up. So basically, we
MySpace
just
has
called it.
been
We gave our church a name called Sanctuary.
hmm
That's because we worship in the sanctuary,
hmm
and then we just called it a church in Fort Worth. We did just a church, and then
That's clever.
my my church that sponsored me because the crowd I drew wanted me
hmm
to have a tagline: "A church that beaten, the screwed, and the tattooed."
Oh,
We had people come to church and they would smash their crack pipes on the stage, and they'd
oh
they'd, they'd
wow.
find they'd, they'd find freedom in the church, kind of thing. We never
Yeah.
passed an offering plate in our church. We had a box in the back, put the money in the back, And so we had the freedom to minister instantly. We cooked once a week or twice a week for anybody who showed up. We had a
Nice.
food pantry. We had a clothing pantry. I had people take swings at me in the parking lot because they showed up on the wrong day and stuff. I'm like, dude, just because you're here, don't forget who I am. You
Yeah.
know, that's the last time you ever swing. But I mean, because I dealt with a lot of street people, who thought they were
Yeah.
deserving.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a lot of fun and a lot of suffering and along the way. But yeah,
Yeah, that's life. You got to
I
tell
just
people, try Jesus, not me. Then you shut them down.
yeah, we just my I just did my high school friend's funeral last week, 2 weeks ago. I
Oh, I'm
just asked
sorry.
the pastor for that, so I did all that stuff for that funeral, So yeah, it's not. I'm
So
a
are
better.
you an ordained minister?
Yes, I am. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm a better teacher than a minister because I don't have a lot of time for stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Just like if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and
Yeah.
like I just like look, you got to make a decision: grow up and change, or don't change. And it
Yeah.
sucks to be a grown up, and so I wasn't. I just said yeah. So, and I haven't grown up all the way either. So it's kind of hard when my maturity level didn't. Whatever. We had.
It
I,
didn't match what you were teaching.
I, I had a guy like when I used to teach from the pulpit or from the stage. I would allow folks in the audience to ask questions because I believe that's kind of how Jesus thought. I don't know it's about church, but I believe that Jesus talked to people
Hmm.
and he lectured the religious people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And so when I taught, I allowed people to ask questions. And there was a guy who came in who kept just like going off tangent. I'm like, look, dude, we're done with this. We talk afterwards. All I can show you the door and I'll help you out. You know,
Right.
we're in a rough neighborhood kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
And we this sounds weird, but even in our church, we had our music minister carried a gun. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if that's how it is, that's how it's got to be, you
It was a
know?
rough neighborhood just because, you know. Anyways, so
I can't believe this. So we had Pastor Terry. Is that what they called you?
they did, yeah.
Pastor Terry. Wasn't Pastor Peanut Butter then, huh?
No, no. But still my favorite food though, peanut butter.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. So I still, yeah, that's wild. That is extremely interesting that you were pastor and you still are, technically.
Technically, I am, yeah.
Yeah, so you're still Pastor Terry. You've been calling they've called Dano because he preaches sometimes. They call him Pastor Prado.
There you go.
And I think that's so funny. Like you really are a pastor. It's very interesting. And it takes a lot of strength to do that because you have to put your family, like put them on the back burner so you can serve other
Well, I
people.
didn't. I refused to do that. No, I refused that.
Well, that's good because I was going to ask you about that. Like,
I
how was
didn't.
it with your wife and kids?
So
Like,
I'll tell you a really crazy story. The church that ordained me,
right,
because like you have to be ordained by an organization, right?
right.
So the church or why sorry, shaking her head over here. So I went to a very Baptist church for a long time, but I went to
Hmm.
another very Baptist church, and they have things that they call revivals. So they bring in the guest speaker, supposed to
Yeah,
revive the people, kind of thing, which you might know
yeah.
that. Okay, and this guy was a minister. He's a revivalist, and
Hmm.
he hated everything about the young Christians in the world today. You know, it's a long time ago. The longer hair, the
Yeah.
earring, and he was promoting like all his stuff outside the church. He did like he was a voice teacher, and his
At the
groups.
revival, he was doing this stuff.
Yeah, come and see us at the Texas State Fair, which is the biggest fair in Texas. But
Oh.
then I always sat like the second row or third row from the front on the left hand side in the auditorium, which is the right hand of the minister. Does that kind of make
Hmm.
sense? So if you're on
Yeah.
stage, look down, I'm right there. I
Hmm.
always support the minister. And this guy was going on and talking crazy stuff. Wife leans over and goes, "Is that right?" I said, "No, he's wrong. You're correct, babe. It's wrong."
Yeah,
And
I've been there.
and he goes, "You young man, sit there, be quiet. God's trying to teach you something."
He said that
And
to you?
as soon as he said that, I stood up and we had a conversation.
Oh
Got my
boy.
wife, got my kid out of the sanctuary, and I left.
Yeah.
And then a week later, the old folks, the deacons of the church, came to my house and say, "Terry, you need to come back to church and apologize." I'm like,
Yeah.
"I'll come back and apologize that you guys are spineless, weak men who let some guys spew evil and vile." Because he was saying, like, if you're a Christian, you should never wear an earring if you're a man, and I'll prove it to you. And I'm not trying to make it about. If you guys are getting bored, I apologize. I'm not trying to make it about. But
This is life. It's fine.
okay, so when Moses was on the mount getting the tablets from God, Aaron was in charge of the people, and Aaron
Yeah.
said, "Give me your gold, take out your earrings and your necklaces," and he made the golden calf. Right,
Yeah, that was a big thing back then. Like, wearing
right,
jewelry and stuff.
right. But he took it out to make that false idol. Right.
Hmm.
That's the scripture he used to say no Christian should ever wear earrings ever. We had an issue with that.
We're not making golden calves, guy. Calm
Right.
down.
So, but they still ordained me, and that's the place that didn't take it back. But
That's good. Now we got Pastor Terry. He's gracing our presence today.
I'm just Terry.
That's cool.
I'm
No, but
just
I
Terry.
mean, listen, I like regular names. I also like a title every now and then, throw it in there. Like in real life, nobody calls me Mrs. anything. They just call me Leona. Like that's it. But
If I meet
like
you,
on here,
if I meet you, I'll probably call Mrs. Worldwide if I meet you.
I'm fine with that. Because sometimes if you see it on there, it'll say Leona.
Right. Right.
Sometimes it says Mrs. Worldwide. It just depends on how I feel. But it's just something that I made for the crypto world.
Right.
So let me see. We got Jorge Calderon says, "Keep going, man. He likes your content. So don't worry about it." I think like a lot of people, they do believe in some sort of higher power, and I would say that the majority of the world believes in God.
Right.
Whether they subscribe to a religion is a whole nother story. Whole nother story.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, they're fine listening to certain things, especially if it's like personal experiences. You're not out here like, telling everybody to go to HELL or anything.
I'm
So
not gonna rock with anybody. No way.
yeah, no, I know, never. I have like, because I personally am very strict about a lot of things. I don't curse. I never did any
Right.
drugs, never smoked anything. But I also don't watch anything that's over PG-13. Like, and some PG-13 stuff on Netflix, I'll be like, Dano, what is this rated? I'm like,
Right.
all right, that's it. But that's me. That doesn't mean that everybody's bad if they do that. I don't
Be
think
very
that.
careful what you let in your head. I get it.
Yeah, I just like to keep the
Keep it
body
guarded. Keep it
clean.
guarded. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Because, if I don't feel like it's the best thing to be saying or whatever, I don't like to listen to that stuff. Like, even music and stuff like that, no kind of graphic stuff. That's just not how I roll. So it's a
Right.
little much for some people, but it is what it is. We got Brian P. Houston, Texas, checking in. There's a few of you guys that are from Houston area.
Tony's from Houston. Yeah.
Yeah, you and
I'm from Fort Worth.
oh darn it. Well, it's Texas.
That's
I
Texas.
don't know.
It's a big
Houston's
state.
huge too.
It's a big state.
Yeah, but Houston itself is huge. We were in
Yes.
Houston like 2 years ago, and we were, I want to say, by like Cyprus or something. And then we went to some other part, and it was like 2 hours away. I was like, we're still in Houston? What the heck? It was
I think it's
crazy.
about 6 hours from here. I think from where I'm at.
That's wild. So
And I've traveled there several times and taught hair classes and stuff. Yeah.
so yeah, you still
4
teach?
hours and 16 minutes. I'm sorry. She looked it up.
No, it's okay. It's fine. I like stats. So do you still teach hair stuff?
The COVID kind of canceled all that,
Mm-hmm.
I don't travel and teach anymore, but I have traveled for 9 years, and
Yeah.
I've met some of the biggest names in the world doing hair. Been on stage with those guys, been in their houses. Yeah. So
So like what guys have you,
let's just say that Brian Legend is poor compared to the guys I had spent time with.
all right. You don't want to name any names?
I don't think you'll know them, but the biggest guy I did hair with or for was Jim Markham. He used to
No.
own Pureology. No, see, I mean, he's a billionaire.
Right.
He's old. So Jim Markham, right? It's just hard because if you don't know if you don't know the people, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. But
So
there's
Jim
different
Markham,
people watching, not just me.
but you know a guy named Charles Manson, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Unfortunately. Yeah, no.
so well, I mean, through folklore and Helter Skelter. So Jay Sebring was a hairdresser that was involved with the murders with Sharon Tate. You know
Oh
what I'm talking about?
goodness. Yeah.
All right, so Jay Sebring was mentoring Jim Markham back in the day. And so then when Jay Sebring was no longer there, Jim Markham took over his company and all his houses, all that stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been in his guy's house. I've shook his hand. I've been to his pool table. I mean, but yeah, he's the richest guy ever. Yeah, I've been with. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. So like, did you ever do any of those crazy hair shows where you're like on stage or there's like cameras around you and there's like music and lights and you're just like cutting off fast and everything? Yeah.
Yep.
You have footage of that?
Some places, one video that someone made that's out there. Yeah, I got
You
it.
gotta find it because I think that kind of stuff is fun. Like I love the music. I love the like wildness of it all. I don't like when they put like crazy colors and stuff like that,
Yeah,
but I just like the fast
Yeah,
pace.
since on stage, I was there doing curly hair, so it wasn't really crazy. But
Right.
it was, and then I did an updo. I did a full updo. And I'm not even an updo specialist. What was crazy was the day after us was a company that their whole day was updos, and I did mine, and it's like all the crowd talked about for the rest of the weekend was mine. And I hadn't done an updo like in 6 years before I got there.
Yeah.
I made it up the night before just to do it. Yeah. So
So now I have another question, piggybacking off of that. So
yeah.
who did your daughter's hair growing up at home? Was it you or your wife? That's crazy. Do you know that's it's been like a bit of a trend, guys doing their daughter's hair?
Yeah. There's that guy on YouTube. He has a big, huge channel,
Mm-hmm.
and he teaches dads how to do it the dad way versus the hair. It works, and it's a hack, and it works. I've done hair for 25 years.
Yeah.
My oldest daughter's what, 26, 27. Oldest daughter's 27. They have a 26-year-old and a 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been their hairdresser since way back when.
That's so funny. It's cool, but it's funny because I think Dano could do it if we had a girl, but I would probably be just like not let him because I probably would be annoyed with the uneven parts and stuff, like
Right.
I'm a stickler for that kind of stuff. But yeah,
Get it? Yeah.
that's crazy. So did your daughters ever want your wife to do their hair instead of you, or they wanted you to do it?
Mama can't do hair, she says.
Did they know? Did the girls know?
She don't even do her own hair. No. Always me.
That's
Always me.
crazy. That's good though. It's good. All right, let's switch it up a little bit.
Sure.
What's your favorite snack with peanut butter?
With peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
A
It can be
spoon.
fruit, whatever it
A
is.
spoon.
Oh, you just like it by itself?
I like it on everything. I like it on apples. I like it on bread. I like it on crackers. I
Now we
like
need
it
something wild because you've put it on so
on,
many things.
mostly I just do it on bread, but I've done it like you take out the French bread and you hollow it out. Then
Mm-hmm.
I'll fill it full of peanut butter and then put my
Mm-hmm.
spaghetti in it and make a spaghetti peanut butter pocket.
That's wild. That's wild. I wasn't expecting that, but
I put it in my chili. I put it in my chili. We were
okay.
on vacation in a resort, and my daughter challenged me to put it in my eggs. So I put it in my eggs, on my hamburgers. It's
Yeah,
red.
that's a little much right there. I could see. I mean, the spaghetti in the bread pocket was really
Yeah.
wild. That was out of pocket, no pun intended.
On my garlic
But I
bread. I put my garlic bread. Yeah.
oh yeah, you're just out of control.
I am. Well, my wife hates it. Wife hates it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I like to sweeten the peanut butter with the sauce. That's acid, the acid of the sauce. I like the combo.
Hmm. It
And
probably mellows it out a little
it
bit.
does. There's a 5-star restaurant around our house that on their peanut butter they put a dollop of peanut butter on it. I mean
Yeah,
on their burger. I mean on their burger.
I won't be going to that restaurant.
Yeah. So what got me into trying all the crazy, crazy food was I watched the Food Network
Hmm.
and they developed peanut butter in the early days to be a geriatric food for the geriatrics in the home. They then
Interesting.
has protein, so you just and eat peanut
Yeah,
butter, right? And then at
sounds
one point,
cruel.
yeah, it does, right? And then at one point, Oscar Mayer added bacon and they sold it peanut butter and bacon as a mixed spread.
Mm, yeah, I don't
And then
know.
when jelly came out, but I watched that thing, I'm like, bacon and peanut, that's disgusting. Next time we had peanut butter, next time we had bacon, I saved a piece and I tried it. And then well, if it goes good with that, let's try it with this. But
Yeah.
it's just a thing. I don't have to have it.
No,
But my favorite
I
thing is
got
a
you.
spoon. My favorite way with peanut butter is a spoon. Take a spoonful, close the lid, and I'm good.
I tried that with my dog. Like when we first got him, he ate it, but then not long after that, he didn't like it. And I think it was mostly because I'm allergic to it, so I would flip out about it, but I'd
Right?
wear gloves and just try to give it to him because I thought that's what they liked, but
It's fun
you know,
watching me eat, though. Give him almond butter.
he just doesn't like that stuff. He's a weirdo. He
This
doesn't think
one,
he's like a
this
real
whole
dog.
process is probably not good for them anyhow. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't. I don't give it to my dogs or
Yeah,
dogs.
I mean, I think it's okay, but I skip that. But oh, let me click on this in a minute. So this G Master 5001 said the best peanut butter is in a Reese's cup.
I'm not
I
gonna
never
argue.
had one.
I can slam down some Reese peanut butter cups. I ain't gonna lie.
I've never had one, so
I
I
had
don't
one
know.
yesterday. So my wife, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they look okay, but they smell like death to me. So
And avoid it. When in doubt, don't.
She said she didn't.
yeah, well, no, I know that they're gross. So yeah, let's let's move on.
You
Not
can't.
really gross. You don't want
Yeah, my wife says they're really gross. Save them for her, okay?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Dano? I think Dano just came in. So when did you get into Seifu, or was it Vulcan already when you got in there?
Nope. Day one,
So you've been in Seifu the whole time?
the first minute.
Okay. I thought that you came in after a while. So were you like a silent watcher
Yep.
or
Yeah. I didn't.
okay.
I'm still. Yeah. We got in on the pink sale basically. That's what we got into it.
That's good. So what brought you to Seifu? Was it a
Uh,
video or
no, no. We were researching. So my daughter's boyfriend. I call my son-in-law, but they're not married yet.
oh, it's all right.
He and I were doing some trades together, and he was looking at stuff. I was looking at things. He goes, "What do you think about this?" I'm like, "I don't know. What do you think about that?" So we looked into it, and I sent him some cash off a project that
Hmm.
we were doing together, or maybe he transferred out of a project we had going already, and we got in day one. When it got big enough, we took all of our initial out. That's all the sales we ever did, and so day one, when Vulcan launches the blockchain, we are well at 412, I think, or 413, and it's 100% profit. I have no money in it. It's all profit.
Nice.
It's worth
Nice.
about 80 grand right now, day one.
I can't believe you trusted your daughter's boyfriend.
They
That's
have a
great.
house together. They bought a house together. They've been together 6 years, 5 years. They're not going anywhere.
Well, that's good though. Still, you know how a lot of dads are.
It, no, if he took it and ran with it, it'd just be money, and
No,
it'd
I
be done.
got you.
He'd never come
Yeah.
back. You know what I'm saying? He
But
takes
even
80
like to
grand.
trust his judgment was that's pretty good. So, you know.
He
That's
brought
not
it up. He brought it up. We looked at it together. We agreed together.
hmm.
And then he's really good with computers. Like when I sent you the message, I'll be on early because I don't know how to do this. My wife has to set this up for me. So when there's things to buy, like day one, minute one, I send him the money, and he's good at computers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you gotta get it together. That's
yeah.
what it is.
I don't like computers. I just have a hard time with it. So,
No,
anyways,
no. But that's the way of the world, my friend. You should go to a class. That'll help. I know
I just
people
need
who've done it.
I just need sticky notes and I can follow it. So I have to learn it. I'm not that I can't comprehend it.
No, I
I
got you.
forget the steps. So I need like a flow chart. And once I
Yeah.
do enough, I'll be like all over it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I just realized something. So we got well, Richard Hudman, hey Rich, and
Hey,
then we
Rich.
got Suleiman Patel said sub Greek and put something in Greek. I just realized this. I think that they're streaming my video on Greek's channel too.
You
That's
want,
why everybody was saying Greek
do
stuff before.
you want me to hold on a
I
second?
can't see.
Bring that back up?
Yeah. Oh, she can read Greek?
No, but
Oh,
we can
no.
take a picture of it. Oh, there she is trying not to be in the camera. Wanna look it up? What's that say? Can
Well,
translate
it's-
that?
It's to him,
Okay, it's just to him.
I
So
guess.
Yeah, it's to Greek.
okay.
um so how long were you in crypto, or have you been in crypto in general, like besides Seifu and Vulcan?
3 years? 2 years. I think 3 years, maybe 2 years.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's not bad. You're still pretty new. So you got into Seifu not long after you got into crypto in general.
So crypto, Safety's been out what, year and a few months, right? So
Hmm.
about a year and a half before that. So
Yeah, that's good.
I got into crypto before Crypto.com bought the naming rights to Stable Center. I forget the dates. The last bull run.
Yeah, I don't
What?
know when that was.
December or something. I don't do dates. 3 years maybe. Yeah.
No, that's good. I think that's good. I think you got into Seifu at a great time, and
Yeah.
then you didn't have to go through so many things before. Did you get rugged at all?
We had one project we got rugged on. Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
But also made a ton of money on another one that allowed me to spread my money out and buy more.
There you go. So, how many projects are you involved in,
Currently,
or like invested in? Yeah.
um, you just asked that. I meant to look it up. Give me a sec. I'll tell you exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll pull it up for you. Let's see. Go here and the password.
Oh boy. Yeah, you got to get it together.
I do it on my phone. I do it on my phone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh
6,
wow,
7, 8, 9.
well, that's good. So you're making
10
money with
counting,
everything.
10 counting Vulcan.
Oh yeah, you're all over the place. That's good.
No, yeah.
Well, not in a bad way. Not in
No,
a
no.
bad way.
Right. I used to be in 27 when I first got into crypto,
Hmm.
and then I was too diversified, so I
Yeah,
shrunk it by
I
down.
I would agree. That's like when you go to a diner and they have all kinds of food on the
I hate
menu.
that.
Like,
No,
whoa.
I want 4 choices. I want 4 choices. That's all I want.
I mean, I want sometimes a little bit more than four, but
But not
four
27
of them should
pages.
be great.
Right. Like, do you guys have We Live the what's that? Cheesecake Factory?
Yes.
Yeah, I love their food, but I hate their menu. It's like 20 pages long.
Well, I think you
I lose
gotta,
interest in it. I lose interest, and I'm like, I'm done.
yeah,
Just buy me something. I'll eat
I
it
think you gotta figure out what you like and then stick
before
with
you.
that when it comes
Yeah,
to situations like that. Once in a while, you can branch out. I don't
yeah,
branch out because I have too many food allergies, so
yeah.
that's whatever.
So I tend
So,
to buy. I tend to
hmm,
buy blockchains. I buy into blockchains right now. Every week,
okay,
I have a certain amount of money each week I put into it,
yeah,
and I buy certain blockchains.
hmm,
One blockchain, I make 800 more dividends a week. I take half of those and buy another blockchain with it. So
okay,
yeah,
yeah, I love dividends. I really do, but
yeah.
I don't like to really research that much. So I only have one investment that I did by myself that has dividends, and I like it, but they split, so I was pretty
Right.
annoyed.
AT&T, you said, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I was so mad
You
because I
watch the Bowtie Nation guy on YouTube?
no.
Look him up. If you do dividends, he is all about dividend trading. The Bowtie Nation. He's a really smart retired military guy.
I'm gonna write that down right now.
Not it's just it's not financial advice. It's just a good guy to look at.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I'm a big girl, so it's cool.
So
I tried
I
to get
think
into forex a
yeah,
while ago, but I got kind of scammed. So
right.
I was like, forget it. Plus, it's too much back and forth with it. So
Yeah,
I was talking to Chris Cruzy, and he said that
yeah.
you could set up bots, and then you
Yep.
just take out your
That's what
profits.
he
So
does.
I need to get into that.
I my biggest chunk of anything I put money into was crypto.com. That's what I did.
Was
I
that good?
put 40K into it, and I have over 400,000 coins or tokens. So every 1% changes, I it's like $1,000 for me.
Nice.
So it's down. I rode 40,000 to 200,000. Rode it
Yeah.
back down to what it is now because I didn't know how to take profit. I make
Oh,
like
okay.
800 of those coins a week. A week.
Yeah.
So when they go back to $1 or $2 or $4 down the road, by
Hmm.
then I'm making 1,000 coins a week or 1,200 coins a week, and that's my passive income on that one. But I have other projects that I'm doing the same thing with.
That's good stuff. I'm all about the passive income,
That's
but
right.
I don't feel like doing the work and the
I
research.
get it. I get it.
So I just let Dano do it, and then I try to do a little bit here and there. But I just figured a while ago when he was doing these videos and stuff, I was just like, well, he's all over the place. He's showing this and that and the other. So I'm just gonna make a place for him to have his studio, and it's like a closet, but it's kind of
That's it right there.
it's part of the attic and a closet at the same time, and it's huge. Like really walk in, it's really big, and
Yeah.
there's a storm door there, so it's quieter.
Nice.
Because when he was doing videos in the basement, you could hear his voice like booming through the whole house all the way to the second
Right.
floor, and I'm like, what the heck? It's so
The
loud.
basement's where your gym is, though, right? That gym he bought, that's in the basement,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
But he started doing videos down there, and then he was doing videos in the car, he's doing videos outside. And I'm like, look, I set that up for him, and then he started doing it in that room, and it's a lot better. It's right over there. But my room is like really big, and then I have like this area that I have is like a little room off of the bedroom, and then over there is like another room off of the bedroom.
So, like a nursery or what? Like it could be a nursery if you were.
It could be an office or a nursery. Yeah, it's like how like there's like a doorway, but there's no
Yeah.
doors.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, yeah.
We
But
have a
his
tiny
is
house, so this is our whole house. This is no. So we have a real small house, and I started remodeling 2/3 of it at the same time because it's all connected,
uh-huh.
and then We had to stop because something happened, and I had a car wreck, and I couldn't do anything. So this wall right here is our bedroom accent wall. It's
Oh
a
yeah.
100-year-old barn wood.
Oh nice. Did you put that up there?
Yeah, yeah. We put the shiplap in, get the lights in. I built a fireplace in the front room.
Oh,
Put the
that's
shed in the
cool.
backyard. We're about to take out a whole wall, put in a new back door, double doors, all
Oh,
new
you're
flooring. But
handy.
it's been a year and a half. Yeah, yeah. I picture the fireplace someplace I can show you as we talk.
Where'd you learn to do all that stuff?
Necessity.
Oh, okay. A little
YouTube.
YouTube University too.
YouTube. I mean, because like to me, it's all the same. Cutting hair, building a wall. It's all architect. It's kind of figure out the. Well, I know you shake your head no, but if
No.
you're for a creative person, it's not that difficult. I mean, I do it right, but at the end, it looks right. It looks so good. But
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. As long as the end result is there, I got you. The
but I've
kind of
learned a
person
lot.
I am, though, is that like if I'm doing it wrong, I get like annoyed.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
or
Unfortunately for
if
me,
someone
I
else.
have I have people that I can work with that are friends that are way more experienced than I am,
Yeah,
so I can have them help me.
that's
I
cool.
built the deck around our pool. I built that deck,
Hmm.
and then oh yeah, there's the peanut butter. So many peanut butter things over there. This this is our only. You see the fireplace?
Yeah. Oh, it's a gas one.
Yeah,
Nice.
electric. We bought
Or
that for Christmas,
electric. I forgot. Yeah.
but that's the same wood that is there. It is without the lights. I can't see. There you
Oh,
go.
we could put it up, but oh, you don't know how to do that on the computer.
No, I could send it to you, but
Okay. No, but I
that's
don't
what
have
it's.
my Discord stuff in
Yeah,
here.
I don't know how to do that either. So I did all that. It's the same wood that we had here
Okay.
that someone gave us, and yeah, it's been pretty nice.
I think you're doing a good job. I like those little the fireplaces with like the
Yep,
lights are
that's
blue
it.
because
Yeah,
of
it's
yeah, I
liquids.
like that.
Yeah,
We have a real one and then we have two fire pits outside and
right.
those are nice, but I do like to just turn it on sometimes too.
Yep.
We have a question that I can't answer.
Is Vulcan still
Foxy 8098 wants to know is Vulcan still dropping in June? We're not sure. It's Q2, right?
Q2? Q2 is all we can say.
Quarter two. Um, okay,
Check
so do you
Discord. Check the Discord. That's all you
yeah,
can
check the Vulcan Discord. There you go.
do. Q2. Yep.
Do you have any other investments like regular stocks, any commodities, anything like that?
Nope.
Not interested?
Nope. Because I make more money in crypto,
Hmm.
and when I watched the debacle of the AMC and how the hedge funds were backed up by the government and didn't
Hmm.
allow AMC stock to go what it was supposed to do, and they shut down the trading, I'm like, I'm done. Took my
Hmm.
money out of stocks and went full into crypto. My
Yeah,
brother,
I'm still in a little bit.
my brother on the other hand, he every month buys the same percentage of all his stuff. Yeah, all the
I don't even
stocks.
like doing that. I did set something up just like to save money for projects like
Right,
like stuff to do around the house. Like we
right.
had to cut down like 3 or 4 trees this year or last year. That is so expensive.
Yep.
So I would
You
just
guys got
like,
big trees on your property. I've seen Daniel out there. We was filming the video with the bugs on it. The bugs came in, those weird bugs.
oh, I don't remember. Oh, was it those crazy bugs that were like
Yeah.
taking over? Yeah,
Invade,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. We have these trees. Like one of them, he's a tree guy, so he was like, well, I don't want to cut the whole thing, how about I cut it down? So he convinced us to do that, but that tree is huge. It's like, what the heck are you doing here? Like, I don't know. And who plants trees in the middle of the yard? Like, I don't know, I think it's crazy. So we definitely have chopped down. I've cut down a few, like the ones where like the trunk is only like this.
Right, right.
I just took the chainsaw. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little rough. I shouldn't have done.
I bet you hurt a little bit, right? Afterwards.
Yeah, the vibrating through my back and stuff and my hands. I was just like, but I wanted to prove to people I could do it, so I did it. And then my oldest son was chopping some down. Then Danny came and he chopped the rest down because it was like I was like, this is like a forest in here. Like we
Right.
don't need all this stuff. But and then I learned that you can't burn like pine in the house.
Okay.
Um, Yeah, because it like
The
leaves. I think
smoke or
it's
something?
no, it's like from the sap. I forgot what it's called, but the sap gets released and then it starts to like climb up basically as it's burning. It climbs up the inside of the chimney and then it can build up and then it can
You
cause
catch
a
fire. You
fire in
catch
there.
fire
Yeah.
again. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. So like we had all this stuff I thought we could burn in the house. We can't. So I was like, whatever. We used it for
Oh,
like
the
the
fire
fire
pit.
pit.
The fire pit. Yeah. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. But it's still
You know.
crazy. And the dog had fun with it too, because he was just like running around the whole yard with
Right.
that, fighting him up. But so how did you meet Daniel? Well, online, you know.
Yeah. I just stumbled across him one day early in that seafood time and started watching him. Yeah.
Okay. And then one
He's,
day you
he,
just came out?
yeah. He was just one of the days in the early days. He was like probably the biggest, most vocal seafood person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just kept checking back with it, watching the videos. So,
Hmm.
and then I've met some really cool people. I mean, Daniel, I talked a couple weeks ago for about an hour on the phone. You know, and
Yeah, he told me that. I was like, that's cool. Because I know, like, at first, I think you were a bubble when you first came on. Like, you didn't come on with your face, I feel like. And then you started coming on. So what made you decide to come
oh,
on
no,
to YouTube?
I've never been a bubble. I just didn't know how to do YouTube. So, yeah, I do Instagram. I do Instagram. I got like 10,000 followers on my hair channel for Instagram.
Oh, wow. So
I
what
haven't,
is your
I haven't
Instagram?
posted. I haven't posted a video since COVID. I don't think since Instagram. So
What's your Instagram? Let's look it up.
here's my Instagram, Laurie.
Let
Let me look it up.
You
I'm about no, that's the salons. I have my own. I think it's just my name. I think it's TERRY, and then my last name is WHIDDON. I haven't really posted anything in a long time, but
See.
I'm about to start because I'm changing locations of my hair again,
Yeah,
and,
you said that.
so I'm about to start getting real active again. Yeah, it's just my name. It
Well,
shows
no,
10.
it says it's not available.
Just there. Here,
She may have done Ian instead of Ian.
here. Can you see that?
Yeah, I clicked on it. Or maybe it's another one. No, it's saying it's not available.
So it should be TERY and then WHIDDON.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll try again. But
That's there. I just looked at it just a minute ago. It's there.
oh, there you go.
Find it.
You have a lot of people hashtagging you.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
for some
you
reason,
can just Google me and you'll find me all the place for hair. I mean,
yeah, I did.
I've done a thing or two.
I googled you for. I mean, because for some reason, maybe because I'm not signed in, I don't feel like signing in.
Yeah. So
Here we go. Is this your stuff?
it's been that's my page. Yep,
Yeah.
that's the low part. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, look at
That's my
that.
stuff.
Who's that?
Just a client. That
Nice.
is that's the first one on my Instagram page. Is that actual girl? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This one?
Yep. She's the first one on my. That's the last post I did. I do like a 9 square. I did have a
Yeah.
theme or a rhyme until later. Is
That's
that messed up
hot.
in there? Look, Lars, is this
Yeah.
messed up in there? Okay. Okay. And the blue
Oh,
one
I
right
like
there.
the blue.
That's my
See,
daughter.
they want me to.
The
They want me to
blue.
log in.
Yeah. The blue is my daughter who just made green. That's my daughter. That's my
Yeah, that's hot.
yeah. Yeah. So
But yeah, you do great. I like the curls. I
thank you.
think you know what you're doing because you never know. People say this and that, but it looks
Right.
good.
Yeah.
I like Instagram. I'm not really that big on Facebook or Twitter, but
Yeah.
Instagram, that's my thing. IG, love it. I don't do Snap either. Like
I don't
I
have
was on there for a while, but it's not my thing.
I don't have a Snap. I don't have a Twitter. I have a Facebook. Like I'll post hair on Facebook. I'll post like I'm going live on Facebook. But yeah, if you get on there though and scroll through there, you'll see a really really attractive lady in a gold wedding dress for a bridal show we did.
Mm-hmm.
That's my wife. When did it?
Oh yeah, I'll check that out. I'll go in there. I'll follow you guys because I do go on Instagram. But yeah, so what actually made you decide to just come on YouTube and start being on people's lives?
I was invited to kind of join a little bit, and I don't mind talking. I don't mind being a part of, but because my house is such a wreck right now, I'm sitting in my bed right now doing this.
That's cool. I've done that before.
I don't have the ability well, in our office, my wife works from home, she has a 3 computer setup screen and can do all that. So once I get some things organized where I can get a less cluttered background,
Yeah,
then I'll probably put more time in production
I
and do more.
gotcha.
And Chris Crucy said he'd help me do it. And
Yeah, he's
I'm
a
not trying to be
very
a YouTube
helpful
star.
guy.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be a YouTube star, but I do enjoy being on the lives,
Hmm.
because it's fun and get to share ideas and I get to learn a lot, because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I try to, and Daniel's the most frustrating person to be on with, not live, commenting, because if you're not writing that stream of thought, he has so many comments you can't get on there to get your thought on screen. You know what I'm saying? It's not his fault. You just can't answer everybody.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
that's
answer everybody tonight because it's not blowing up. So you can take your time and like when Chris is
yeah.
live, stop talking to everybody. I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah, yeah. People don't realize how hard it is. Like I know Odonado has said like so many times, "Oh, it's not hard to be up here." It's not hard to be up there, but it's
It's
hard
the
to
rest of
talk to people and read comments and respond to comments and then talk to the people who are next to you like on screen. So yeah, it can be hard. That's why I started doing the comments for him because I was like, he's ignoring everybody. People,
He's
he's
not
asking
trying
people
to. Yeah,
questions.
he's not trying to though. Yeah.
Right. He's asking people questions. He's like, "What do you mean?" Or like, whatever. And he's not even seeing that people are responding because he's trying to stay up with the comments that he's missed. But then there's comments at the bottom. So I just was like, you know what? I'm
Yeah,
gonna do this. It's a
I think
lot
that's right,
easier.
and that's the best way
Yeah.
to do that. I think because people unfortunately think they're the most important. When I type something on someone's screen, I want them to read it, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I feel like, ooh, he read it or they read it, But it's hard though to get everybody read.
Hmm.
Oh, thanks, Chris.
Yeah. Chris Cruzy, he's great. He's such a supportive guy, and I think that first of all, I think that he looks way younger without the beard, but
We'll never know.
we're not
Listen,
we're
charity,
not going to see that until there's like a charity or
charity
something.
event.
Maybe Vegas. But
Yeah, they were talking about that last night, like how much it costs to shave someone bald or to go bald.
yeah,
And the guys were like, a Bitcoin, 3 Bitcoin. I was like, just buy me a taco dinner. I'll go bald. I don't care.
you and the tacos. That's such a Texas thing of
Well,
you
I
to
just
say.
say it. I just say it. Whatever. Hot dog. Now, my wife, on the other hand, like, with my wife said I'm cheap. But she hates me bald. She says I look like an axe murderer and I'm bald.
Oh my gosh, what the heck?
I just have a presence. If I walk in a room, I just have a presence, and I have a shaved head. It
Yeah.
really intensifies the presence. So,
Okay.
because I scan the
Um.
room like military, I check. I
Gotcha.
just check out. I check out everyone in the room, see where my exits are, where the potential dangers are.
Oh,
So
sheesh.
yeah, well, just what
I
I've been.
scan the room, but then like I'm so absent-minded, like then I forget why I'm looking around, and then I start seeing weird stuff, like somebody's crazy hair or or something like that.
This Chris
What's
said,
Chris say? I'll only shave my head if Terry does it.
does it mean like if I do it personally, or if I do it individually? Because I mean, I got clippers right here. I
No,
do
he
it right
said
now.
shaves my head. So I think he'll only shave if you
Practitioner,
shave his head.
not a
Yeah.
problem. When he's ready, I'll do it.
And I'll film it. I think I'm going to Texas this summer anyway, because my grandmother moved there with my aunt. So they're due a visit. We haven't seen them in a couple of years. So yeah. Yeah,
My
he
wife
said
said,
you shave my head.
Shh, it's gonna be hot when you come.
Oh, I know. I love the heat.
I
I
hate
just
the
got
heat.
back from
Hate the
no,
heat.
because I'm so cold.
Yeah, my
I have
wife.
anemia, like, and it gets kind of severe. So I get freezing. So it can be blazing. Like when we were in Dubai, it felt so good to be outside. And I looked over and Dana was like visibly sweating, and I was just warming up because we were in the AC. Like it's so cold.
If
And
it's
so
above if it's above 73, I'm sweating.
no, I don't.
You are.
I
If it's
probably
below
don't sweat to like
76, I'm
90.
freezing.
No, it's probably gonna be like 90 and the sun is to be beating down on me, and then I might sweat. And it's probably only like a little bit of like
A little
under.
drop. A little drop.
No, it's
Here.
hard for you to get a droplet from here because
Okay.
I got like hair,
It
but
absorbs it.
like I might have like
Armpit, armpit,
little arm, just a little bit though, maybe. And that's I gotta be beating in the sun. Or like
right,
if I'm doing yard work and it's like 90 degrees,
right.
then I'll sweat a little bit. Still not that much from the face because I
Yeah.
glisten. I don't really sweat.
I would keep my salon at 65 degrees, Miss Glistening.
Oh no, no.
Like a
So
movie
I'd
theater.
be shivering
So
in there.
people show up, they bring their blankets, and I cover them up.
Nice,
But
nice.
now that I'm moving my business. I won't control that anymore. So I'll be sweating, and you'll all be comfortable.
Well, that's good. So, where is your business going to be, and what is it called?
Well, I'm actually going to join a corporation. Um,
Oh,
I'm going to join a corporate salon, and then it's going to be in a mall, actually. Yeah.
all right. What's it
And
called?
so, well, it's going to be the Aveda Salon at Dillard's, like the Dillard's store. And so, some Dillard's stores around the nation have salons in them,
Yeah.
and they're all Aveda driven. And the first 9 years of my career, I was an Aveda hairdresser. And since I'm 54 and I've paid cash for every medical thing I've ever done, it's time to get insurance at 54. So I'm going to join corporate America,
Yeah.
and they're going to give me 401k, which I don't need because I'm already in where I need to be, like financially. But I'll take their 6%. It's
Yeah.
extra free money.
Yeah.
But more importantly, we'll have full medical coverage for my wife and my daughter and myself. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's time. Insurance is good. I always had to be on insurance. Like, I don't know what I would do. I would probably be in so much debt, but that's good. So let's switch gears a little bit. You knew this was coming.
Yep.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Good stuff.
Pepsi's
Never
flat
about it.
Coke and disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, like I'll be honest, I don't drink either because I
Right. But
can't
you
have
did, but
caffeine.
you used to drink Coke,
I
right?
did, and I love it. Even now, like
The
once in a while.
burn and the fizz and the burn.
Yes, and you know what? I have like an upset stomach a lot, and it just like helps my stomach feel better. I don't know. I
Right.
love it. It's so good. Anyway, I'm gonna calm down now.
That's my wife. Wife hadn't had a soda how many years, Laurie?
2010.
2010 was her last soda ever.
Oh well, that's crazy. I still drink ginger ale though.
You know, here's my bubbly, and we went to eat at a new Hawaiian restaurant, right? Hawaiian restaurant, and
Hawaiian bro,
how
disgusting.
it's a fast food restaurant, but it's like, anyways, they had this root beer that we never heard of, and I like root beer as well, and it
Hmm.
tastes like real root beer. It's just that smells so amazing. So I tried. I'm like, take a drink, and she goes, "Oh, it's too carbonated. I hate it." But she goes,
It
"Ooh,
burned.
that tastes like real root beer." I'm like, "Mm-hmm."
Yeah.
Because it's a Pepsi place. I won't drink Pepsi. I won't drink. Yeah, yeah.
Any Pepsi products? No. I
No,
drink a lot
usually
of
I'll
ginger
leave the
ale because
restaurant if I find out it's Pepsi only, or I'll get water.
yeah. No, I think I'll get juice. I'm a juice drinker. I drink 100% juice. Like,
Cranberry.
yep, every day. I like
Yeah.
grape and other stuff like that. But like I'll
Yeah.
mix them and stuff. But when I was in Costa Rica, I had a lot of watermelon juice,
Ooh, that
and
sounds good.
yeah, like our watermelon up here is like watery, like not that much flavor.
There's a syrupy
Yeah, it was so much thicker. I mean, it still was like watery. Don't get me wrong, but it had more flavor to it. It
flavor.
had more
Yeah, it was
color.
richer. Right. It was
Yeah,
deeper. Aroma was deeper. The flavor is deeper.
yeah, it smells so good. And they also like when they blend it, they blend the seeds too.
Nice.
So yeah, apparently the seeds have like, some sort of nutrients too. So that was so good. And I did have soursop juice. I think I was allergic, but I don't know. I was I
What is that?
was
What is sour? What?
soursop. It's a crazy looking fruit. Sometimes they're like this big and they have like lumps. Down
The
there they
spicy
call it
lumps?
guanabana.
Okay.
It's really good for you. It's got like really, it's like anti-cancer, all this stuff. But I don't know if I had that and it was like, hurting my throat, whatever. So I just ended up sticking with the watermelon. But let's go to Batman or
Viewers.
Superman.
They say I'm the only viewer. There's one person watching. That's how interested I am. Look, because I'm the only viewer.
I don't know what channel they're watching, but on the other channels
Oh,
there's more
maybe
people.
they're on my channel.
Oh,
Um.
that's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna be the minority. I'm Batman all the way, 1,000%. Period.
Oh
Hard
my
night.
gosh, you're a traitor.
Nope. Nope.
Why Batman?
Well, we got into the other night on Chris Cruzy's live, but
Okay.
um, I'm not big into fairy tales. I'm more into realistic things. And there's a
Hmm.
bigger possibility somebody who's a billionaire might be to pull off a small version of that, of what Batman does. And the guys that trained, the guys that trained, what's his name, Christian Bale for his
Uh,
Batman role, well, the same guys I had trained with in Spain.
That's pretty cool.
That's the fighting method. Now, is it a complete fighting method? Nope. But there are aspects that work inside there that really well. Yes. But my favorite Batman on the series is yours, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, yes,
Man,
he's definitely the best. Like they should have, I don't
and
know,
Clooney
maybe
was the
some
worst.
passing of the torch or
Clooney was the
something.
worst. Clooney was worse.
Yeah, you know what? He would have been a great Bruce Wayne,
Yes,
but
but
not
not
he couldn't do
Batman.
both. Yeah,
Not Keaton
and
the best. Yeah.
yeah, I think what was that other guy? The guy you just mentioned before Clooney?
Oh, I said Michael. Oh, Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale. I
That's
think
when he
was a
got
good
dark.
Batman,
Yeah, but not
but
good as Bruce Wayne.
he wasn't a good Bruce Wayne. He was like way too
Yeah.
showy, and I don't even think he's
No,
that showy in real life. Like I don't
no.
know what he was doing, but Keaton, he was the best, both the best of both worlds. I loved it. Let's check
So
this little bit of comments here. So we got there was Moshi or Moshi
that's
says
just
3
few
views.
views. Okay.
Okay, that was one, but it's playing on different channels.
Yeah, I'm
Moshi.
not worried. Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
Safe Dad says awesome. John
Okay.
Carter says in time this channel is going to be very very big. Miss Worldwide is a natural at this. Well,
Yes,
thank
you
you,
are.
John. That was very nice of you to say.
The next Oprah. Get your own network.
That would be great. Chris Cruzy says I'll give you that one. I think he's talking about Keaton.
Yeah, we talked last night. Last night I was on with those guys. Yeah,
Was it last night?
the night before they all run together.
Yeah, I know. I try to keep up
Yeah, it
because I
was
do
last
watch
night.
you guys.
Yeah,
I like the
and
camaraderie you guys have built, and I like the banter, and it cracks me up how Chris and Kryptonian just keep kicking each other off.
and they said, "You do that, Terry?" I'm like, "I don't know how to do that. Where's that button?" And I think you have to be like a member of the like you have to give me permission to be like
Yeah, you have
a
to be on
member.
the team.
I'm
I
looking,
think
where's
they'll
that
put
button?
you on
Where's
the
that
team.
button? Now, all I see is like mute, stop. I don't see it. So
Yeah, that was pretty funny though. Like for me, it never gets old, especially when one of them's in the middle of a sentence or a
nope,
thought. I mean,
it's bad. Yeah, and then they can pick and tease and
yeah,
it's all good. Yeah.
it cracks me up. It cracks me up. But remember, you were saying something about you said you were gonna say something about your training when I brought up the Batman and Superman.
Right. So the way Christian Bell fought in his version of Batman
Mm-hmm.
was a fighting method called the Casey fighting method,
Mm-hmm.
and I trained in that. I got as high as you could get in the United States
Yeah.
before they broke apart. There's only a few black belts in the U.S. and I was at the belt below that. But I went to Spain. I went there and became an urban weapon instructor, which is a handful, like 5 or 10 people in the whole
Mm-hmm.
U.S. train weapons with them.
Yeah.
So
Know what
now
you should do? Well, go ahead. I'll say that after. Go ahead.
there's a lot of flaws in their fighting method, like any fighting method, and they made it more showy, more big, the more it became popular. But
Mm-hmm.
there's some core principles that work well. And so if anybody's out there as a martial artist, they're going, "Oh, you can't do that. That's stupid. I'll do this to you, and I'll do that to you." I'm like, it's it's like, what's better, this crypto or
Yeah.
that crypto? And I don't care about this stuff. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Like Odie and I, when we get free financially, we are
Right.
going to. There he is.
Yeah. Yeah. He
We're,
just
we're
popped
gonna
in.
we're gonna always say roll together. We're gonna roll, which means
Oh my
train.
gosh, my friend always says that, and my
Roll.
boys are like so uninterested.
Odie and I talk. We texted today before I came on live, and someday he and I will get to practice together or share
Yeah.
ideas. I'm not really big into sparring. I'm 54. I have a lot of concussions,
Yeah.
and I don't want to get hurt. But
Right.
it doesn't mean I can't go. I just don't want to get.
Well, you could do a little light combat,
Yeah,
make it look
I
like
share of ideas, because like I
yeah,
broke my left pinky finger 15 times in 1 year. And trying to do hair,
yeah,
it's miserable.
yeah. A little light contact
Enough
would
to
be
make sure it
nice.
works. Yeah, enough to make sure
Yeah,
it works.
yeah. This is
Hey,
my
Odie.
friend. He
Yeah.
talks about that stuff. He's the one who
Did you?
talks about the
Yeah.
rolling.
So, well, he's there. So, what Game Master is that him?
G Master
G
5000.
Master.
Let's just say G
So,
Master. Yeah.
yeah, G Master. So, does he train? Do you train BJJ? What
He
belt? What belt
trains
is he?
jujitsu, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's Brazilian.
Will he pop back up? I want to ask him a
Yeah,
question.
he'll respond. in a
So
minute.
so I've trained some jujitsu or Brazilian jiu-jitsu by a guy who was trained by my Machado brothers, which are the cousins of the Gracies.
Oh
He
yeah, he
would
talks about them. I think he met one of them.
he would have been in UFC one, but they forbid him to be a Gracie practitioner. Yes,
Mm.
BJJ. So do you know Eric Paulson? Paul Paulson? Because he does catch wrestling, but now he has a system called combat submission wrestling, and
Mm.
there's a mixture of all that, and
Yeah,
that's what I've trained. I've trained more of that than BJJ.
he said he met Royla.
Nice, big
Yeah,
baller. Yeah, good stuff.
yeah.
Much
He
respect.
always comes over and he's like, "Hey, do you want to roll? You want to roll?" And
What belt is he?
uh,
What belt are you, G Master?
yeah, what belt are you?
Blue.
Maybe I don't know. I
I mean,
forgot.
they take about 2 years per belt if you go full time. They don't give belts. You have to earn your belt, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
then you walk down the row and they whip you with it usually.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't think he goes to that kind of
Well, no,
place.
that I mean traditionally
Yeah,
almost
he's
blue.
almost a blue.
Nice, much
Yeah,
respect. You know Al Bundy, the guy who plays Al Bundy. He's
yeah.
a black belt in
Yeah,
jujitsu.
he's G Master has told me about that, which I
Yeah,
found to be pretty shocking because the way he was acting, which I guess he's a good actor, he looked
yeah,
like a slacker, sitting
yeah.
there. So you just
Well,
never know.
he went to one of the Gracie's things in the early days, and he's like, "Oh, I'm big, all this stuff." And a 15-year-old boy choked him out, and then he signed up and became a student. Yeah,
Yeah, you can't mess around with 15 and 16-year-olds. I'm telling you.
they
My
got
son,
all the spunk in the world. They can
well,
go.
yeah, they're almost grown and they don't know their strength yet. So you got
Yeah,
to be careful. I was saying my son, he keeps getting into fights, and I'm like, what the
yeah.
heck? So there was a fight, this last one, and a female teacher went in there and tried to break it up. Apparently, she got hurt. But like I said this before, if you don't know the kids and they don't respect you, like don't get in that if you don't know that you can break it up. You're
You're
gonna
gonna
get
get
hurt.
hurt. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I would
sent
never do that.
Dano some knife training stuff I did.
Yeah.
Uh, he has it if you want to look at it. But I sent some of the guys who've trained. I sent Odie some stuff, like one suit I did. There's a knife training video I did for a knife company to have them bring it back out because they discontinued a certain knife.
Yeah.
And I was at a gun show, and the guys were impressed that I could draw my knife faster than the most expert guy in their group could draw their gun. And
Nice.
they said, "Why don't you make a video to see they'll make this knife again?" So I sent Dano and some other guys some uncut training, like just us figuring out what to do. And,
Hmm.
yeah, so I've got stuff out there.
Well, I got a couple more random questions for
Sure,
you, and then I'm gonna let you go. So I know
superpower.
you're a gun guy, and I just heard that you're a knife guy too, which sounds a little scary, but you seem nice.
I'm a good friend to have in a bad situation. How about that?
Okay, yeah, I'll take that. So are you a hunter?
No, I used to be as a child in South
Oh.
Dakota. Well, I was gonna be in South Dakota. We did pheasant and deer and duck,
Hmm.
and I was just at the age I could actually go carry the gun and shoot. We
Yeah.
came to Texas, so all I got to do was carry the vest and carry the birds back home to be plucked and processed, and that was much fun.
Yuck. Oh, I would hate
Thank you. Yeah, it
that.
was gross. It kept me warm.
Oh my gosh.
But that's how I got my yeah. Anyways, but so no, I my son-in-law, one of my son-in-laws is a hunter, and they
Hmm.
process all the deer, and they make jerky, and they make the meat, and
I
they
need
have like
somebody like
500 acres, and but they don't kill to kill; they kill to eat.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what we would do. I would feed it mostly to my dog, to be honest. But I'm sure we would eat some of it. But I need to find somebody like that. My tree guy, he asked me, he was like, "Hey, does your dog eat deer meat or deer bones?" And I'm like, "He hasn't, but he'll try them." And so he gave me some, and then he gave me like a little bit of meat for us to try. I did not try it. I ended up giving it to the dog. Shh, don't tell him.
It's and I get it because they say it can be gamey, like wild. I think it's all how you process it and spice it, like anything else. Like you can
Yeah.
take a really good steak and ruin it, or you take a cheap
Oh
steak
yeah, yeah,
and make
yeah.
it really well.
Yeah, that's true. But he
I've done
said I
both.
should put it like in a slow cooker or a pressure cooker. I'll do that. I just wasn't ready for it. And the dog loved
We did in
it.
spaghetti. We did in spaghetti.
Dear me, venison spaghetti?
Yeah, it's good. If you process and flavor it right. I mean,
Yeah.
like again, you can ruin good meat and you can make good meat, medium meat better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Escargot is good in spaghetti sauce.
No, no thanks.
I was about to throw up. I have a big palate. I can eat about anything. Just
I if I didn't have food allergies, I think I would. So when my oldest, well, both of my kids, when they wanted to try things after they were a certain age, I let them. So my younger son, he was like 2 years old. He ate shark. He ate all
yep,
kinds of
had that.
stuff. Yeah.
Ostrich, shark,
Well, no,
uh,
not ostrich. Not up
gazelle,
here.
gazelle, quail, elk, buffalo, bison. Bison,
Okay.
bison's amazing.
Yeah, they're
Deer,
huge
quail,
animals.
pheasant, duck. I mean deer.
I just
So
have so many allergies. I can't
is that
spread
okay?
out like that.
No, I
Yeah.
couldn't. I
Yeah.
mean, I just been in the right place at the right time. That's all.
I don't know. Some might say the wrong place at the right time.
Well, I don't have any food allergies, so if I'm hungry,
Yeah.
as long as it's not bite me first, I probably eat it.
Bite me first. Ordinado says, I'm watching from the beginning, so I'm way behind the live broadcast, but I'm cracking up about the Rick Springfield comment. My 25-year-old daughter loves Jesse's Girl. Oh, that's Jesse's Girl, like from a
Yeah,
movie
yeah,
or commercial. You know what? It's funny because Dano's always like, he always laughs at me because like a song will come on if he puts on like whatever radio station,
right.
and I'll be like,
His
"Whoa, this
old
is a
man,
real
his old
song."
man station.
Well, he listens to all different stuff, young and old. But if a song comes on his old man station, I'll be like, "I didn't know this was a real song. I just thought it was from a movie."
Right. Well, that's where it
And
came from. Yeah.
he laughs at me because I just thought some songs were like only made in snippet
For the
form.
movie. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I didn't know there was a whole song to them. I thought it was just that part, and they wrote that for the movie like it was a jingle or something. So then I'm hearing all these other words. I'm like, what the heck?
right. I get it.
I don't know. That's just how it is. I've had some weird thoughts. Like there's another rando one. Like when I was younger, like where I'm from the city, so like the big buildings, there was always like white smoke coming out of them.
Yeah.
So I thought that those were cloud factories, and that was making clouds.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I just tell my kids. Okay, and don't be offended. It's a good thing you're pretty.
Oh, thanks.
No, I just my daughter to say something silly. I was like,
Yeah.
sure, you're pretty.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that as a compliment. But I
No,
thought a lot of things
I mean,
that,
it's a compliment. I tease
yeah,
her.
yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. But like butterflies, I used to think, you catch them in a jar, you poke the
Yeah.
holes, and then I wanted to feed the butterflies. So I put a big chunk of butter in there.
Yeah, it went well,
And
didn't it?
it started melting, and then it was drowning. I was a
My
little
wife's
kid.
loving this. I've turned the
I was
camera
so
on her because
sad.
no.
I was so sad. I was like, he's dying. And my
Yeah.
mom was like, it's a butterfly, but they don't eat butter. And I'm like, well, who named it?
Right? Exactly.
I was so mad, so mad. But I had a whole bunch of like my own little thoughts about life. And
Me too.
sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. And now no more catching butterflies. I just leave them out there. I think they're moths half the time anyway. Yeah, I
We
learned
have,
that too.
we plant flowers around our backyard and in our front yard, some vines that actually attract butterflies and hummingbirds. So our
Oh,
backyard is covered on a good summer day, spring day.
yeah.
Covered. We have 5 bird feeders. We have ducks and geese that come to our backyard. I live in this, and I live in the city, but we've
Yeah, the city.
downtown. No, downtown Fort Worth is 2.5 miles from my house. So I live in the city basically, but
Yeah.
because we feed the birds, they have a migration pattern.
Hmm.
We have ducks that come to our pool in the wintertime, and in the springtime, we have some geese that come occasionally, which is
Yeah,
kind of
I've
cool.
seen that.
Yeah.
Even like around here, maybe not close to here, but like not too far in Pennsylvania and stuff. I've seen the ducks and stuff do that, but we keep it covered, so we can't. They
They they
can't go
float
in town.
they float on our cover because it collects the rain. So
Oh gosh, I think that's cool, but you know what would happen? My dog would kill them because around here there's like. Let me just say this real quick. Biz Entertainment said, Terry, you did very well. Great interview.
hey, Biz.
Biz is always out there supporting all of us. Thanks,
Yeah,
Biz. We
good job.
appreciate
Yeah.
you. But we have wild turkeys that are
Oh,
around
they're
here.
mean too, aren't they?
Well, not to us, because our dog is a
Big dog.
savage.
What kind of dog is
So
it? I heard how big it is. What kind is it?
he is an American Staffordshire Terrier. So that's his breed. But he is, everybody calls him a pit bull, but he's not the thin, lean one. He's the thick
A
one
big,
with the big
bulky, thick one?
blockhead.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, he's not crazy looking, but people are scared, but so are dogs.
She's looking
So
it up. She's looking it up.
yeah, yeah, yeah. When you see it, yeah, he's a cute
Oh
guy, but he
yeah, there he
definitely
is. Is he is
definitely
he
scary.
is he the tan and brown, or what color is he?
No, he's gray. He's
Gray.
all gray. He has
Okay.
like except for the white patch, they all have that.
You
But
know, Benjamin Franklin wanted our national bird to be the wild turkey. You know that, right?
well, I mean, I guess that would have been an okay thing, but
But the
they
nation
won't they
called
won't
the
even come
turkey.
in the yard.
No, yeah.
Only one. One came in the yard one time, and I was like screaming because I was trying to get it out of there because my
There's
son was about to take the dog out. It would have been a bloodbath. He's already killed like I think 8 things.
wow.
Yeah, so I yell at him and everything, but it just
Oh, there's a puppy. Make it
what are you
bigger.
gonna do? That's what they're terriers. That's what they do.
There's a puppy
Yeah. Oh my
one.
gosh. Yeah. Except for he doesn't have that gray. My dog's cuter than that, but
My dog, my wife is the biggest animal person, bar
me
none.
too. I'm allergic to so many of them, but animals love me.
Yep,
Like
her too. We go for a
I love
walk,
animals.
and any dog in any yard, they want to eat me, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, look at your wife, she's so cute." I'm like,
Yeah. They just
what is it?
I don't
I'm with
know.
her. I'm with her. Do I get a free pass? Or her? I get a free pass?
I
No.
mean, they'll like not kill you because you're with the person they like, but other than that, no,
Oh
you
my
just gotta
gosh.
beat it.
Yep.
I do. I love animals and I like
Yep.
to help them and stuff, but I'm so allergic. I'm even allergic to my dog, but he doesn't have that much fur and he's a pretty good guy. So he listens. He's a
Wife
nice guy.
says she wants this one.
Yeah, they're cute. He looks like he's probably not going to grow up to be cute though, but you have to be really good. Like I'm
It is
strict with my
sweet.
dog.
My wife likes the ones with the big ears. Now we
Yeah.
have a
Hound dog.
she wants a hound dog, but they're noisy and they slobber. But all of our
Yeah.
dogs have been rescue dogs after her first dog she had. We got married.
Yeah.
And then when our last dog passed, whether it's legal or not, maybe we have a cemetery in our backyard, maybe for our puppies. Whether it's
Um
legal or not, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah, it depends on the state, I think.
yeah, I mean, if you listen to this, I've heard rumors. I'm not sure if you're in Texas, but we the day our the one I actually worked at a salon and I got the dog from the homeless guys out in the neighborhood, and
Yeah.
when I first started, and he passed, and we said goodbye, and within hours, a kitten showed up, and so we put him aside on the side yard, the side door, and we were feeding it and feeding it. Then he came in the house and went out, came in the house.
Oh,
Now we have a cat in the house, and we have like 5 outside cats they feed, and we catch them and get them fixed so they don't make more. But
right.
we can't catch, and they keep
Mhm.
making more, but they know where the food is. So now we have like a cat farm in our neighborhood
That's
because
crazy.
somebody loves all animals.
I love animals too. I just don't love animals coming here that I don't claim. So I
Right.
won't feed outside animals. What I'll do is like there's like the woods across the street. So I'll tell Dano and the boys to like
Oh, the
whatever kind of
fence?
food. Yeah,
Yeah.
throw the food over there. Like
We
cross the
have
street and throw it to make sure it gets over there.
we have two places we feed the outside animals. Plus, we have a tree that we feed them at because we have raccoons that show up too. So
Oh
we feed
my
them.
gosh,
Yeah,
no.
and the possums, so yeah, and all the
No.
birds we feed. We spend sometimes more in the grocery store on the dumb animals than we do ourselves.
You should start growing some stuff. That's what I do.
We
And
had a
they ate
garden.
everything.
Yeah, yeah,
They ate everything last year.
birds.
So this year I'm trying to grow more. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I want somebody to like come and do homesteading with me because I can't do that much by myself. But
Yeah, you can maybe start. We have them here. They do they share it, right? Where you
yeah,
a community
like
garden
some people are looking for it. Yeah. So like we have a big land.
co-op.
Like
It's called a co-op, right?
you can call it whatever you want. Some people call it homesteading because it sounds nicer, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, so like you ask someone to use their land and blah blah blah. But I would totally let somebody use our land and share the stuff. I would
Yeah.
do that. And they come and take care of it. I'd take care of it too, but I just can't do it all by myself because I'm
Oh, okay.
disabled. But yeah, I think that's a great idea. So I'm gonna see if I can get that cracking. 'Cause I think if I plant enough, the animals will eat their share and then we can
Right.
eat the rest of it.
Right.
Because they're pretty greedy and they don't really care about what I want.
Right.
Yeah.
I was confused because in Texas you can homestead your house and it's a property write-off, a tax
Oh
write-off.
Yeah, no, I don't want to go that far. I like our house, and we
No,
have a
no.
lot of
It
parties and
just means it's
stuff.
gonna be your. It just means it's gonna be your official residence. Is all it means.
Oh, okay.
You're not growing
Well,
anything. You just
yeah,
in Texas. You could homestead your house. You pay less. You pay less property taxes, which means it's your main residence. Is all basically.
interesting, interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have some news. My sister just arrived, my army
Yep.
brat sister. So I'm gonna go hang out with her and see what's popping. But it was
All right.
great
Awesome.
talking to you and getting to know you better. Thanks for being so open and honest. Do you have anything else you want to say to your viewers?
They're your viewers, and thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. Or the Daniel's viewers. So thanks for having me on, and hope you
Yeah.
enjoyed this. It's fun.
All right. Well, thanks, and I'll see you in the comments.
Awesome. And I didn't have to answer my superpower. I appreciate that.
Yes, actually, I forgot that. Nope, nope. You brought it up. You got to do it before I click and end
Oh
this.
goodness.
What is it?
I would do a superpower. I would be fast like Flash.
Okay, I'll take it.
That's almost invisible, right? It's almost
Yeah,
invisible.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
almost flying.
Yes, almost.
Literally, he's so fast, it's almost flying. So, and it's almost like, I guess he can time travel too.
Yeah, he
Really?
could. He can multi. Well, I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, he can because
I
he's that
like the way
fast.
I like the way he can read like the whole library like in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
your own
But
research.
what else is Flash?
Being Flash, doing your own research or any project. Like, it's finished. I'm done.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good thought.
What do you say?
Oh, he said the entire concept of belt colors
Yes.
made up by Americans, us, when the Japanese started bringing karate teaching over here because we need to see progress. We don't
Yes.
need to see it. People just act like it. I'll see progress when you're like chopping people down and shutting them down out of nowhere. That's progress enough for me. I don't need to see all the colorful belts. But
Good. I don't have any, so there you go.
yeah, my kid's got belts. He didn't even care about them. But yeah, so I'm gonna go hang out with my sister. It was great talking to you and getting to know you. And if you
Thank
guys are
you.
just tuning in, you can come back or rewind it back to the beginning and check it out and learn more about Terry. All right. I'll see you guys next time.
Thank
Bye.